Still to come on our Gala of Stars, Leonard Pinario, Placido Domingo, Sean Lavery, and Cleo Lane.
Well, we are applauding certainly that magnificent program. We hope that you are stimulated enough right now, if you fall into the group of people who are not yet members of this station, to please go to the telephone and dial 265-1020 and say, yes, that program has motivated me to become a member of the station, because primarily I'm talking to you. There are two categories of people who are watching right now, those who are members of KPBS and those who are not current members of KPBS. It's those who are not current members at this time that we are addressing this pledge break to. We are trying to urge you to decide that you enjoy this kind of program sufficiently that you will have made that decision tonight to become a member of the station. Whether it's $25 a year or $5 or $10 or $20 a month, do know that your membership is important. And to those of you who have called in during the last 17 days, we say thank you. We appreciate your membership. And we ask you to continue to be members over the years. And if you are thinking about renewing, this is a time to renew. Some of you are lapsed members. So a program like this is really designed to bring you into the fold if you're not in the fold, or if you are, to certainly keep you there and remind you that when your renewal comes up, please do renew. How much should you donate to KPBS? How much should your membership be? Well, some of you have said it's worth 33 cents a day, and if it is worth 33 cents a day, you're talking about $120 a year membership, or $10 a month. Or if Gala of Stars, for example, is worth 16 cents a day, we're only talking about $5 a month, or $60 a year. One of our people who called in tonight became a Producers Club member at $1,000 a year. We want to thank Joe and Mary Lou Lemke of Fallbrook very much for that donation to KPBS. We congratulate you. You're going to enjoy being a member of the Producers Club. It is fun. And so at whatever level you can become a member, tonight is the night to do it. We just have another hour and a half to go until we are finished with our pledge drive for March. We won't be back again until August to ask you to continue to support the programs on the station. You are the foundation of the station. Please remember that. And as the foundation, we ask you to call 265-1020 and tell us that you believe in the programs here sufficiently to want to become members of this station. If you can, we would urge you to charge your membership in KPBS. A charge brings your dollars into our bank account much more quickly, and we can start using those dollars to acquire those programs. Even now, our program manager is deciding which... take a look at that. That is the KPBS keyring, and that goes to everyone who charges a membership. We will send it right out to you. So whether it be Visa or MasterCard, just let one of our volunteers know when you reach that person on the telephone. I see that we have many phones that are not up, many phones that are, kind of half and half. We'd like to go out this evening in a full blast of support from you, so we hope those phones will continue to ring. The important thing is that you are the reason that KPBS exists. We are here only to serve you. We are a nonprofit organization. The dollars largely that come into the station do go to acquire more programs for you and for your benefit. And so for that reason, we're really asking you to become part of the KPBS family. And now with me this evening, somebody who's been around for the last 2.5 weeks is Mike Burnett of KJOY Radio. Mike.
Well, thank you, Gloria. Everybody wants to know how we're doing against our goal. We set a goal of 10,500 members for this festival pledge drive, and right now 10,645. We have 145 over our goal. Does that mean we're going to... Yes, absolutely. That's a marvelous feeling at this television station to know that we made that goal with just a little bit to spare. Now, will we waste the extra 145 members? Will we buy new carpeting for the general manager's office or a big car for him? No, we absolutely will not. Each and every one of those memberships counts. Each and every one of those memberships will be turned into programming for San Diego. So if you are one of those so-called extra 145, you're not extra at all. You are very important to this television station. We set a conservative goal of $10,500. That's to maintain. That's to keep us going on the level at which we have been going. Now we can get just a little bit better, and with your phone call, a little bit better still. 265-1020 is the number, 265-1020, and I bring you the personal promise of the management of this television station that not one membership will be wasted, and each and every dollar will be turned in its share into programming for you. So call us. 265-1020 is the number to call. If you can support us at $5 per month, here's something that might interest you. Since you are a fan of classical music, this is Luciano Pavarotti's Verissimo Arias album, and a marvelous album it is as well. It's a selection of, I believe, 15 of his favorite arias, and you'll hear a few samples back behind me there. Verissimo Arias on the London label, and you'll notice a little note that says London Digital. Digital recording is a brand new recording process that has just become available to consumers in the past couple of years, and it's an extremely high quality recording. This is a premium album. This is not something that you find in the what they call the cutout rack. This is a top line album, Verissimo Arias by Pavarotti. Yours if you can support this television station for $5 a month over the course of a year. If that appeals to you, call us now at 265-1020 and make that $5 a month pledge to one of our friendly volunteers. Where does our money come from? Where does the money come from to run this television station? And believe me, it does cost money. A television station is like one of those expensive sports cars. It just keeps taking money. Well, the vast bulk of it comes from our membership. A big chunk of it, 42% from memberships, viewers just like yourself. Another 7% from auction, and a little bit from the federal government, a little bit from San Diego State University. None of it, 0%, comes from the state of California. Private support accounts for another 12%. Well, if you count in private support, membership, and auction, you're talking about 61% of the money that it takes to run this television station. That's why we come before you and ask you very directly for your support at 265-1020, is so we can keep bringing you marvelous programming such as you are enjoying tonight. Gloria Penner, get a few more phones to ring.
Oh, we will, absolutely, because you were talking about the benefits, Mike, of membership to the station. Now, what about the benefits to you? Person I'm speaking to right now. Well, first of all, a membership is tax deductible. That means that when you make your donation to KPBS in 1985, when you meet with your accountant or make out your taxes coming up for the next few months, well, take this as a tax deduction. Secondly, of course, you do have the KPBS program guide on air and the knowledge that you're keeping programs like this coming. I want to do several thank yous before I toss this back either to Mike or to the program. First of all, Saks Fifth Avenue, Mission Valley. The Fifth Avenue Club made this beautiful dress available to me for the evening. I'm going to hate to give it back, but I'm going to have to. And secondly, and perhaps primarily, a few of the people who became members tonight, I really want to say a fast thank you to Gloria Wallace of Lake San Marcos, who became part of the KPBS family, and Don Nichols of Del Mar. Pat Vandevelt of San Diego also joined the membership tonight. A new member is Robert Ross of Chula Vista. I'm glad to see the South Bay represented. Carolyn Witt of San Diego, also a member this evening, and from Spring Valley, Miss Candy Aldridge. And thank you, Candy, for becoming a member. Morietta Hughes of San Diego, and many, many, many more. The important thing is these people decided that tonight they were going to make that pledge of support to the station. We hope you will join them, because television worth watching is indeed television worth paying for. Back to Gala.
Funding for Gala of Stars 1985 is made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by this station and other public television stations. Welcome back to Gala of Stars 1985. Once again, our host, Beverly Sills.
In 1938, I won first prize on the Major Bowes Amateur Hour. I thought that was pretty big-time stuff. After all, I was a very little girl in 1938. I then got promoted to Major Bowes Capital Family Hour, which went on every Sunday. And in the course of those broadcasts, I met another kid from Brooklyn, a real handsome hunk of a boy who came up in a sailor's uniform, and he had the most beautiful voice I ever heard in my whole life. I had just never heard anything like it. We became very, very good friends, and I learned very quickly that he would really rather have been a pitcher for the Brooklyn Dodgers than the first baritone of the Metropolitan Opera, which is what he became. I knew him as Merrill Miller, and you all know him and love him as Robert Merrill. Robert Merrill is going to sing the heavenly court viol piece, September Song, from the movie Knickerbocker Holiday, accompanied by Maestro Lavani and the American Symphony Orchestra.
Young man courting the girls, I played the awaiting game. If a maid refused me with tossing curls, I let the older take a couple of whirls. Then I plied her with tears in lieu of pearls. As time came around, she came my way. As time came around, she came. But it's a long, long time from May to December. But the days grow short when you reach September. When the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame, one hasn't got time for the waiting game. Oh, the days whittle down to a precious year, September and November. And these few precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days I'll spend with you. And these few precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days I'll spend with you.
I just can't believe that this is our 6th PBS Gala. When Jimmy and I began to do these in 1980, we had no idea that we would become a part of a tradition. It never could have happened without your support and your generosity, and it never could have happened without the great talent and their generosity. Put it all together and you have the makings of a very great tradition. Quite a few of the artists have appeared with us several times, and so we have a kind of inner circle family of stars. One of those people is Shawn Lavery, that gorgeous dancer from the New York City Ballet. Tonight he's joined by the brilliant Merrill Ashley. Incidentally, she's written a very interesting book about her time at the New York City Ballet with Mr. Balanchine. It's quite fascinating. Anyhow, tonight they're going to dance one of Mr. Balanchine's virtuoso creations. It's called Tchaikovsky's Pas de Deux. The music was originally for Swan Lake, and then it was cut out. But Mr. B liked the music a lot, and so he restored it and created this ballet. I think once you see it and hear it, you'll understand why he felt that way. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sean Lavery and Merle Ashley. I think Cleo Lane is a national treasure. I just don't know of any other singer who is as much at home with the music of the Beatles as with Charles Ives. And when that lady starts to sing Wagner and Verdi, I'm going to be right in the front row applauding. She had a triumphant run in London playing Julie in Jerome Kern's Showboat. Now, this is also a celebration because it's Jerome Kern's 100th birthday. I wish I could say he's a Brooklynite. He somehow slipped away from us and got to Manhattan. Maybe his mother took the wrong train that night. In any event, Cleo Lane is going to recreate the poignant Bill from Jerome Kern's Showboat. She'll be joined by her husband, John Dankworth, and their combo. And after that, with a little apology to Mozart, she's going to sing something called Turkish Delight. Cleo Lane.
I used to dream that I would discover a perfect lover someday. I knew I'd recognize him if ever he passed by my way. I always used to fancy then he'd be one of those godlike kind of men with a giant frame and a noble head, like the heroes bold in the books I'd read. But along came Bill, who's not the type at all you'd meet him on the street and never notice him. His form and face, his manly grace are not the kind man you would find in a statue, and I can't explain. It's surely not or polo, or sing a solo, or row. He isn't half as handsome as dozens of men that I know. He isn't tall or straight or slim, and he dresses far worse than Ted or Jim. And I can't explain why he should be just the one man in this world for me. Brag about and yet to be upon his knee, so comfy and roomy seems natural to me, and I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes because I don't know, because he's just years ago, centuries ago, long before the Beatles ever had a single fan, there was once a guy called Mozart, and he was a keyboard man. Wrote a lot of songs, wrote a lot of tunes. He became a legendary figure overnight. He wrote symphonies, concertos, his quartets were out of sight. But though almost every single song charted high and charted very long, there was one more thing to be achieved, one more accolade to be received. So he tried again with his busy pen, searching for a tune to put him in the Hall of Fame. And he worked by day and night until at last the moment came. He had found just the ditty for a Clio Lane recital. Yes, it seemed just the right one, not too slow and not too bright. Mozart found something special for us two to swing along to, and we won't rest a moment till we get the darn thing right. And he called the number Turkish Delight.
Gala of Stars. And our host, Beverly Sills, will return with Lynn Harrell, James Levine, and Kiri Takanawa.
Absolutely wonderful program, and I thought we were going to start with Mike this time, but I'm ready to agree with everyone out there who is calling in this evening to say that this is excellent, excellent programming. We hope that you're enjoying the Gala of Stars as much as we are. It looks to me as though we are moving along very rapidly, even beyond our goal, and so we thank those of you who've been calling in. We will be coming back once or twice more during the program. If you have not yet become a member, please become a member now. That's what we're all about. We're in the studio waiting for you to call 265-1020, 265-1020. Let's hear the phones ring. For those of you who have not yet made that decision to become members, we hope that this is the moment that you will have decided to become a member. You know, being part of public television for as many years as I have, 15 years, it always amazes me what the cost is to the station of the various programs that the station does have, and some of them run thousands and thousands of dollars. Every dollar that comes forth is a dollar that comes because you are making that possible in part. So every dollar that you contribute to the station tonight, know that most of that dollar will be going to acquire programs on KPBS. For those of you who can afford to go to $5 or $10 a month, we want to alert you to something that's called the KPBS Checks Plan. If you haven't heard about it, it's a very, very clear and easy plan. When you call in tonight and you speak to one of the volunteers, what it means is that you will have an electronic transfer from your checking account into the KPBS checking account. You won't have to worry about sending in a check. You simply sign a little authorization form, and it's a very simple way for you to become a member. It cuts down enormously on the paperwork involved for both you and for me. Notice that the advantages, of course, is that you have low monthly payments, $5 or $10 a month. It does save you time and postage of having to send that check in to KPBS. And we don't have to send letters out to you reminding you to become members of the station or that your monthly fee is due. Every dollar that comes to this station that we're able to save, that you're able to save, and can turn over to the station, of course, goes into programs. So when you put it all together, it's very important. For those of you who did not know, KPBS donation is tax deductible because we are a nonprofit organization. We're in business really simply to serve you and not to make a profit. Every dollar goes back into the operation of the station, largely to the acquisition and producing of programs. And when you become a member of KPBS, you do get the KPBS program guide. This is called On Air. And notice the tiger on the cover. That's because we had a National Geographic special this week called Land of the Tiger, which was just fantastic. I think it's going to be repeated this weekend, so if you haven't seen it, you may want to look for it. Or if not, well, it will come back sometime. A $25 membership will bring you KPBS On Air guide. Do consider also, those of you who are members, a gift membership in KPBS. It truly is a wonderful way to remind people that you're thinking of them all year round. And reminding me that he is still with us in the studio tonight is my co-host this evening, Mike Burnett of KJOY Radio.
Thanks so much, Gloria. Watching the Gala of Stars tonight, you just can't help but reflect that this is such a little microcosm of the variety of programming that you see on KPBS. You have classical music, there are some opera stars, some dance stars, Cleo Lane, I guess you'd call her a jazz star, and so much more yet to come on the Gala of the Stars. Well, if that kind of variety appeals to you, and if that kind of level of cultural entertainment appeals to you, we really do need your support to keep bringing this kind of programming to you. 265-1020 is the number to call, and tell us you're ready to pledge $5 a month or $10 a month to keeping this television station on the air, for one, and to maintaining and even improving the quality of the television programming that you enjoy here. Now, speaking of improving the quality, our goal going into this pledge drive was 10,500 new members of KPBS. How are we doing? We're doing great. We do thank you for your support. 10,686. We're 186 members over that goal. And what that means is that we can do a little bit more in terms of variety of programming, a little bit more in terms of quality of programming for you. Those extra memberships won't be wasted. There won't be any fat in the budget when things are all sorted out. That money will go right into programming. In fact, I got to thinking, now I can't make you this promise because I'm not on the management team here, but it would seem to me that those 186 some odd extra pledges right now will probably go more into programming than the 10,500 that went before, because those 10,500 that went before just pay for the basics. And now, gee, now we can start doing some fancy tricks. We can really get into some great programming for you. So keep calling, 265-1020. Don't let the fact that we have made that goal of 10,500 slow down your race to the telephone tonight. Think about what it would cost you to see this program live, even if you could. Think about traveling to New York. This was taped at the Brooklyn... oh gosh, I've lost the name of it now. The Brooklyn Academy of Music, which is America's oldest opera house. You'd have to travel to New York. You'd have to stay in a hotel. You'd have to buy tickets to it. Goodness knows what would happen to you while you were in New York. You'd have to fly back. And it would be a fortune to see something like this. And yet here you have front row seats for it in your very own home. Isn't that something that is worth your support? Call us with that support tonight. 265-1020 is the number. 265-1020. We say it over and over and over, but it's so important that you make that call. And it'll only take 30 to 60 seconds of your time to become a member of KPBS. You can charge it. You can put it on your Visa or your MasterCard. Gloria told you about the checks plan. There are gifts available at all sorts of levels of support, starting at $5 a month. Some a very limited selection of gifts at $40 per year. A wide range of gifts. I've run out of the ability to talk after 2.5 weeks. A wide range of gifts starting at $5 per month, and some spectacular things at $10 a month and $20 a month. So if those gifts are what interests you, well, call us and we'll get you all the information on that. 265-1020 is the number to call. We do want to thank some people who've made things possible for us here. Among those people, Bloomer's Bakery made us a beautiful cake that we have been eating tonight that has been keeping us going. We need sustenance just like everybody else, and there's our lovely cake from Bloomer's that says thank you to the volunteers and the crew at KPBS. Thank you, Bloomers, for providing that. Thanks also to to our crew. We acknowledge them not often enough. Thanks to all of the men and women who make those of us up here on the cameras and those behind the phones look like heroes and heroines. Thank you to you people as well. If you are watching us on cable, don't think that you have done your part by sending away your check for cable. We know you need that in order to pick up the signal, perhaps wherever you are, but that check does not take care of KPBS. So just a friendly reminder to you that you need to support us as well, even though you're somehow already paying for television. Well, we're extra. We need your support directly. We don't get any of the money from the cable company. Do it right now, though. Do it. Call it tonight before you forget. It's your last chance. Festival is wrapping up here. This will be the last night until sometime in the fall when we come before you. So this is the most convenient time for you to become a member of KPBS. 265-1020, a friendly volunteer from the Sun Harbor Chorus or from the Masterpiece Theme Planners. Have I said that right? Masterpiece Theme Makers. Some party planners are with us tonight. One of those friendly volunteers will take your call, and it'll take 30 to 60 seconds of your time to pledge $5 or $10 a month to KPBS, and you will have done your part to bringing great programming such as you're enjoying tonight to San Diego. Now here's Gloria.
As we're wrapping up these final minutes of our 17-night and 17-day pledge drive, I want to say a few thank yous. First of all, a thank you to this evening's underwriter who underwrote the broadcast cost for this evening in part. That's Hohen Motors, Mercedes, Oldsmobile, Honda, and Maserati, located in Car Country, Carlsbad, I-5 at Palomar Airport Road. Thanks also to Saks Fifth Avenue at Mission Valley, the Fifth Avenue Club, for attempting to make me look stunning, and I think it is stunning. I love this dress, and we've gotten a lot of phone calls and compliments on it, so thank you, Saks. Also, a big thank you to some new members who came in this evening. I want to be sure that we recognize them in the last minute before we return to Gala. I want to thank Maxine Stipple of El Cajon, who joined our family, John DiMaggio, famous name of San Diego, Alice Paul of Del Mar, Dr. D.E. White of San Diego, Michael Fernandez of Leucadia, North County. Thanks to Robert House of San Diego, and welcome to Roberta Klum of San Diego, and from La Mesa, Byron Ladue and Bob Brunsting of Spring Valley. Just some of the people who became members during this very special evening as our fundraising drive comes to the last few minutes, and we certainly want to say thank you, San Diego. We'll try to say it properly at 11 o'clock with a little special entertainment. And now for you, we of course have the entertainment of the evening, the Gala of Stars. We've brought that to you to try to encourage you to become members this evening. We hope now that you will call 265-1020 and say that program at the very least has made my membership an important thing. Remember that television worth watching is television worth paying for. And now back to Gala of Stars.
Welcome back to Gala of Stars 1985. Once again, our host, Beverly Sills.
A lot of history has taken place on this stage since it opened its doors in 1861. People like John Wilkes Booth and Eleanor Adusa acted on this stage, and Nellie Melba did a concert here in 1903, after which the house burned down. Nothing whatever to do with Madame Melba's concert, I assure you. Us kids here in Brooklyn, we like our culture, so we got the place built up again in 5 years. And the first concert in the newly built house was none other than Madame Schumann-Heink. Anybody who was anybody performed here, from Enrico Caruso to Anna Pavlova, from Fritz Kreisler to George Gershwin. At the height of Gershwin's fame, he made a tour of this country. A 28-day tour, 12,000 miles. And the last day of the tour was here on this stage. The tour was to commemorate the 10th anniversary of Rhapsody in Blue. But he felt he should add something rather special also to the tour. So he wrote some dazzling variations to I Got Rhythm. And we just decided we simply could not be on this stage and have this gala and not have these variations. Well, we were very, very lucky Leonard Pinario, the very great American pianist who was just as much at home with Liszt and Chopin as he is with Gershwin, is going to play those scintillating and dazzling variations to I've Got Rhythm, accompanied by Maestro James Levine and the American Symphony Orchestra. years ago, one of the highlights of the gala came when Lynn Harrell, that richly gifted American cellist, played the Dvorak cello concerto. We can't tell you how excited we are that he's back with us again. And tonight, with Maestro James Levine at the piano, he will play the serenade and finale from Debussy's Cello Sonata. We all have our very favorite moments in opera, the moments that give us goosebumps. My particular favorite is the female trio that ends the Rosenkavalier. I don't know a single soprano that doesn't ache to sing any one of those three leading ladies. In fact, I know some lucky ladies who have actually sung all three, not simultaneously, of course, but we're very, very happy to tell you that Kiri Te Kanawa will come back now to do the Marschallin, a role that she has just been doing at Covent Garden. That lovely young American Metropolitan Opera soprano, Kathleen Battle, is the Sophie. And another American, a very gifted one, Catherine Szynski, will be the Octavian in the trio from Rosenkavalier, Maestro James Levine and the American Symphony Orchestra.
we will return with the finale of our Gala of Stars with Sarah Brightman and Placido Domingo in excerpts from an exciting new work by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
What a marvelous presentation Gala of Stars is tonight. If you're enjoying this, there's a great way for you to tell us about it. Just call us at 265-1020 and tell us that you're ready to pledge your support to KPBS television. Pledge $5 a month, $10 a month, or whatever's comfortable for you. But let us hear from you tonight during this last night of Festival 85. This is the last time we will come before you until sometime in the fall and ask for your support directly here on the television. So call us tonight while it's convenient, 265-1020, 265-1020. I'm Mike Burnett from KJOY Radio. With me is Gloria Penner from the KPBS staff.
Oh, yes.
We've had a marvelous time hosting this tonight and enjoying this programming. Hope you are doing the same. And we've gotten a lot of success from, a lot of support, rather, from San Diego, and some success, too, as well. We wanted to see 10,500 new members in the course of Festival 85 this time around. 2.5 weeks of us coming before the cameras and talking to you and trying to get you to dial that phone number. How have we done? Well, Gloria, why don't you announce what our accomplishment is so far? We'll let them see the board.
Yes, I will, and there it is. We are at 10,709 members during this pledge drive. 209 over our goal, and we are delighted. We're hoping that those of you who are still with us this evening, who have not yet gone to bed, who are trying to make up your mind whether to call or not to call, that you will call in now during these waning moments of our March pledge drive. I was going to say, it is festival, it's a pledge drive. I hope that you can see the dress. Many of you have called and wanted to see the dress in its entirety. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'll move around so you can see it. This comes from Saks Fifth Avenue, the Mission Valley store, the Fifth Avenue Club, and they were nice enough to lend this to me for the evening so that I could really sparkle as our last night of festival, and I'm delighted that they were willing to do this. All right, that's the dress, but the message is still there. 265-1020, that's the number to call. We're hopeful that you will go to the telephone and make that call. The benefits of membership in KPBS are monumental. They start with the fact that you are helping to support programs such as Gala of Stars, programs that are coming up, Masterpiece Theater, great performances, all the programs that you enjoy so much. It's your membership that makes it possible, whether it be $5 a month or $10 a month. When you break it down, it's really pennies a day, and we're hoping that pennies a day tell you that you are watching programs that are worth every single penny of those dollars that you decide to support membership with. And Mike, you want to add to that?
Well, you know, when we do these pledge drives, it's almost, we almost dread coming out and announcing that we have achieved our goal, even though that's so marvelous that we've done that. That's just adequate. That doesn't mean that that's excessive by any means. And we don't want the phones to stop ringing just because we've hit some arbitrary number that we, after all, made up ourselves. 10,500 members is a great number of members, no doubt about it, but that is a maintenance level. That means we can continue to bring you the quality of programming that you have been enjoying. Each additional membership over that brings you more variety and more quality, so don't stop calling just because you see that we're over 10,500. Each and every membership counts here, and we won't waste your money, that's a promise. I want you to see something. This is one of the pieces of paper that we use to outline these pledge breaks, and our producer came out earlier this evening. This was going to be 10 minutes that we were doing, and she said, no, we're at our goal. We'll cross that down and we'll make that shorter. In fact, we'll make all the breaks shorter this evening. It's that kind of caring about bringing you programming and not just endless pledge breaks that makes us a very special television station. If you check the nationwide statistics, which we get on a computer printout each day during pledge drive, this is not one of the heavy pledging stations. This is one that does very few minutes of these pledge drives. That's because we get a lot of support from you. We appreciate that support. Now we need to hear from the other 5 out of 6 who are viewing who are not members of KPBS. 1 out of 6 people, about 17%, are already members of this television station. Now we need to hear from the other 5 out of 6. To that 1 out of 6, we say thank you very much. To the 5 out of 6, let us hear from you tonight. We'll make it as convenient as possible for you. Call us at 265-1020, 265-1020. Now, here's an inducement that might get you to that telephone from Gloria Penner. Gloria?
Yes, we keep looking for inducements to urge you to leave your comfortable sofa or chair and go to the telephone. So many of you who are watching this evening are opera lovers, and what better inducement than Verissimo arias, Pavarotti, 15 beautiful arias sung by the magnificent Pavarotti, and we know that you might very well want to have that as part of your record collection, 15 arias, and you know he's coming to San Diego in June, so what better way to prepare for him? That's a $5 a month membership. At whatever level you become a member this evening, become a member. Certainly this station began, 17 years ago? I joined it 15 years ago with the recognition that it was going to be a partnership between the people of San Diego and the staff at the station. We were going to attempt to provide the very best possible programs for you, which we could acquire with the dollars that you sent in. We believe that we are doing that. We believe also that we can provide even more excellence. But it's you who makes it possible with your donation of dollars to the station. And excellence is what we're all about. That's the reason that we exist. We are not a profit-making enterprise, as you well know, and that's another reason that your membership is a tax-deductible contribution. So let's get those phones busy. We have some wonderful volunteers just waiting to pick up the phone. We have only a few seconds left before we go into the rest of the Gala of Stars. It's the final moment, really, and we're just hoping that you will be motivated to make that phone call, and there's one coming in right now, and I'm delighted. Mike, do you want to end this and lead us into Gala of Stars?
Well, we'll just mention one more time how convenient it is to make that telephone call, 265-1020. You can charge it on your Visa or your MasterCard. In fact, we encourage that, and if you can charge it, we'll give you a KPBS key ring in addition to any other gift for which you may qualify. So if that's a convenient way for you to go, great. There's also the KPBS checks plan. We won't give you a long song and dance on that right now, but that is also another convenient way to handle your membership. But the big convenience is being able to pick up that telephone and make that call right now that starts the process of making you a member, 265-1020. You can still become a member next week, but it won't be nearly as convenient as it is tonight. So let the good feeling that you get from Gala of Stars move you to that telephone. 265-1020 is the number, 265-1020. And now we're going back to Gala of Stars, a program that we hope will convince you that television worth watching is television worth paying for.
Okay, and what is your address, please?
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Academy of Music, where Gala of Stars 1985 continues with our host, Beverly Sills.
Thank you. I hope you'll forgive us if we seem to be just a little bit extra proud tonight, but we think this has been a pretty fabulous evening, and we hope you do too. And of course, all this sharing could only have happened because you believe in public television, because of your generosity, and because of your support. So you just keep the faith, and we'll keep coming back every year and bringing you lots of wonderful entertainment. Now, in the past, we've brought you some pretty extra special stuff. But what you're about to hear is so special that even by our high standards, it's very exciting. So much so that I think I'll bring out our final star of the evening and let him tell you about it himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Placido Domingo.
Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it has been always a great pleasure for me and great joy to participate in this Night of the Stars. But in this occasion, I'm really especially thrilled because I'm going to be joining in performing a part of a new composition by a very, very gifted composer, Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's, of course, one of the most successful composers for the stage today, and his big hits are Evita and Cats. And a little bit more than a year ago, we were discussing about the possibility that he would like to write an opera, perhaps for me. And he said, oh, Placido, you know, it's such a long thing to do an opera. And I said, Andrew, why don't you go half of the way? Why don't you write perhaps an oratorio a cantata, and then he came with the great idea of a requiem. This requiem is really a very thrilling piece, and I just think that we will show the world just how great his gifts are.
And you did the world premiere of the Requiem just a few nights ago at St. Thomas's
Exactly.
Church. Well, we're going to hear two sections from that Requiem tonight. The first one, the Pie Jesu, will be sung by Sarah Brightman, who happens to be Andrew's wife. And she'll be joined by the boy soprano, Jason Schaff. And then you were going to join them for the Hosanna.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it's time you got to work. So, with Maestro James Levine, the American Symphony Orchestra, the St. Thomas Choir, and Mr. Placido Domingo, we're going to hear something rather extraordinary. Go get to work. Let's get the curtain up.
Hosanna in excelsis, benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini. Hosanna in excelsis, benedictus, qui venit in nomine Domini.